And now it's the after show.
Welcome back. Or welcome.
Or welcome, because it's no longer attached.
We don't attach it anymore. I forgot.
Its own video.
Oh, well. Welcome to the after show. So before we dive into Wade's word,
Yes.
there are some things.
So we spoke, if somehow you find this after show without watching the episode, we talked about prepping for a trip.
Specifically to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Mostly to Walt Disney World. And in that conversation, it dawned upon me, because we were talking about it depends on
Kind of
who
the
you're
order,
with.
yeah.
Well, it depends on who you're with, and that dictates where you go. But another thing that really dictates where you go, especially at Disney World, is the food.
Well, and especially with the dining plan, yeah.
Well, not necessarily with a dining plan. Like, if you want to eat at this restaurant, you have to go to this park. And if you want to go to that park, like, yeah, you can tack it on to that park at that day. But I'm going with someone who has never been to Disney World before. So my kind of distaste with it, or kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, is what if he really loves Hollywood Studios
And wants to go back.
and wants to go back all the time, but we're spending time in Epcot eating?
My thing is those are close enough that you could
Yeah, Epcot's
probably
good. But,
survive.
okay, so what if he wants to go to Animal Kingdom really bad? Like, spend way more time in Animal Kingdom, but we're over in Epcot eating.
You could probably still figure it out. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but it's just annoying how much the food aspect of it.
it is. I mean, we definitely
of the
talked
planning
about like in the
process.
nesting dolls. You know, like that's what they're
Yeah.
called, nesting dolls.
Okay, Russian nesting dolls.
Like about the third one down, you're starting to think about restaurants, and that's way before you're getting excited about rides. It's way before you're thinking about fast passes. It's way before because you're dictating,
Where you're eating.
which I think is unique to only if you're ever going to do a sit down restaurant. That's
true.
why I said to a dining plan, because
That's true.
if you're not doing a dining plan, you're not locked into doing a sit down restaurant.
But you're still wanting to, like, I mean,
You're going to want to experience.
Who wouldn't want to eat
I
at
know,
La
I know.
Cellier?
I'm just saying that like you're not locked into that if you don't have a dining plan.
Yeah, or even
Unless
like,
you're, but then you need to be locked into that if you do want to experience those things.
yeah, if you do want to make dining reservations, you're locked into those parks. Not necessarily for the whole day, but at least for that hour that your reservation's for.
Which
Which could probably dictate half a day.
it could.
So
very
like
much
what,
so, yeah.
So my way around it though is saying, okay, breakfast and lunch, pure quick service.
Yes.
Only dinner is going to be our sit downs.
Which
and
is
that's where we're
very
going to
smart.
use
And
all
that-
of our credits.
That was definitely something I ran into when we used the deluxe dining plan, where you're getting 3 sit downs per day. You very much are dictating your time by your sit down restaurant reservations.
Yeah, and
Because
where you're going.
at that point you're going, yes, we're going to Epcot today because we're going to this for this and this for breakfast and this for lunch and this for dinner. Like
We have to go to Epcot
Yeah.
all day.
yeah, we will be at Epcot all day.
Yeah. So my way around that was going the Disney dining plan, which was one of the big draws for me. You get to still experience like Cosmic Rays and some of the really cool
And that's the other aspect.
quick
of it,
service
too, yeah.
restaurants, which, let's be honest, that's 99% of the food that I eat whenever I go to a Disney park is quick service because I'm a broke college kid.
Yeah.
But then you also get the sit down aspect stuff, and you can get it for dinner stuff. Even if we can't get like Be Our Guest, we'll still go for lunch because it's absolutely incredible in there. To just get the atmosphere and everything.
Yeah, no, there's definitely experiences like that are worth, or like, Sci-Fi Drive-In is considered a sit-down,
Yeah.
but it's kind of quick service food,
It's kind of trading off on them, but I just don't like how far in advance you really have to make those reservations for a good amount of restaurants.
yes.
Like Be Our
It
Guest,
seems more and more
Le
that-
Cellier.
the more and more,
people that are
because like
going.
we couldn't get Be Our Guest for dinner. We couldn't get Sci-Fi Drive-In.
Really?
I was really
astounding.
surprised.
Wow.
I was really surprised. And there was one other one I think we couldn't get.
Was it Ohana?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're looking at... and plus there's so many restaurants in the hotels and resorts.
I mean, you could you could literally go for like an entire year
and still not experience it.
and still not experience it because
No.
every hotel has its own restaurant, at least one,
Yeah.
and it might just be a cafeteria. But a
But
lot of
still.
like the Polynesian has a cafeteria, several lounges, Ohana, like a whole restaurant, and Kona Cafe, like a cafe,
Yeah.
and another cafe.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. let alone all the bars then too, and they have the Spirit of Aloha show. Like you could,
so much. It's awesome. So what we're doing is, okay, we're going to the 4 parks in the order that they open, like I said in the main show.
I think it's a good way to do it for a first time.
Yeah, for a first timer, because it's first time going.
And that's not a kid, because my kids aren't going to remember which park we went to what day.
No,
but yeah.
No, it definitely matters the order at which you go. Which, hey, I mean, that might not be the right way to do Disney World for a first timer. It might be like the Star Wars series.
Yeah.
Where I forget the dude's name that came up with it, where you watch episodes 4, 5, and then 2, 3, and then 6, and then if you really like the series, go back and watch 1. And well, now it's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, then 1, then Rogue One.
Versus watching 1, 2, 3,
Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is there a better way to go through the Disney World parks? If you guys know of one, let me know, because I would love to hear it when introducing it.
I could see.
I feel like we could make a whole show about it.
We could. Maybe we should.
We should.
I can see, just real quick, I could see doing Epcot first because it's uniquely Disney World.
Okay.
Then going to Magic Kingdom as the familiar. Then maybe Animal Kingdom as a unique, and then doing Hollywood Studios as again kind of a
familiar-ish. Okay, so you just take what I'm doing and flipping it, basically, of unique, familiar.
Instead of familiar, unique, familiar, unique. But you're going by opening date. I'm going more just like, I don't know, every other
theme.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could also see it going like Animal Kingdom first, because it's so different and so odd that you introduce him to the weirdest thing, and then going like Hollywood Studios,
or you could go oddest. You could go Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, then Magic Kingdom, and go. Oh yeah,
okay, we're making a whole show about this. We're making a whole show about this.
Add to the notes.
So the main point that I was making though was it's just so difficult with dining reservations and how far in advance you have to make them.
I do agree it is regrettable, and I think
it's annoying that
fast passes. You could say the same thing too, because you could say that if Nathan loved Animal Kingdom and you guys are planning to never go back to Animal Kingdom again
after one day,
which we're not, but just theoretically, you'd be locked into fast passes at all the other parks for the rest of your trip, and be going, well, I wish we could get some fast passes.
Well, I think it's a little easier with fast passes because you can manipulate them so much more, especially within the app.
Yeah.
And you can push them all up.
You're still limited in some aspect.
You're still limited, at least in your morning.
Yeah.
After that, you could play around with the afternoon, evening. Yeah, you can play around with the afternoon, evening, which is, again, that's what the food comes down to. Okay, it's really where do I want to spend my evenings at?
True.
Just in the way that we're doing everything.
Well, in the meantime,
I
think we have a
Wade's Word. Wade's Word.
Well, our good friend Wade, which we talked about in the main episode, who gave apparently extra credit to subscribe to us,
in a study hall.
So texted us. Speaking on our last episode where we talked about screen rides, he said, love the episode on screen rides. Going back to the arguments about tech in the parks, it comes back to me, I want as many practical effects as much as possible.
So he's an original trilogy guy. I feel like that's how we're going to categorize this.
If you're that's a kind of a good way to put it.
Shout out to the Unmistakably Star Wars guys.
In terms of the after show last week, I apparently don't have Stitch as I don't hate Stitch as much as most, including you two.
I'm not going to say like I hate it. It's a unique experience. It's just not.
It's lame.
Noteworthy.
No, I hate it. But I hate it less than if they replaced it with a shopping experience, like we talked about last week. A shopping
or a dining spot,
because then it means nothing's going to ever come back there. Yeah. It isn't the best experience, but it fits the space and well in terms of attraction type and theming, which I think we did kind of come to the conclusion of. Was like, I don't know what else to put there.
There's literally nothing else to put there, so it works for the theme of the land.
I did think of another one after we talked.
Oh, what is it?
Big Hero 6.
How? What would that be?
The nanobots.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kind of.
They got loose when they got taken over by the kabuki mask dude or whatever.
And running amok in the. Okay, yeah.
In the showroom.
So then how would.
So
and
the
then,
intro.
And then everybody else has to.
So the intro would be the tech fair, and it'd be him, Hero, going. Here's my nanobots, blah, blah, blah. And then they go, come in this way to see another demonstration from, Hero.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the kabuki dude shows up in the middle of the room, and then he's like, wow, and then all the nanobots start flying around. And
oh, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then would we see all of Big Hero 6 come together and
come and
fight the kabuki guy, Kabuki Mask Man?
Maybe. They start appearing and fighting against him.
So then would it just be...
And we're just trapped in a battle?
Well, in that timeline, the Big Hero 6 hasn't been formed yet.
True.
So would it be like, hey, he's showcasing the nanobots again? Or he's done something a little better,
maybe,
and then someone else comes along?
I don't know. But Wade had an idea. Maybe something around Wreck-It Ralph and capturing video game characters, or possibly a Meet the Robinsons connection with time travel and such, which I think we talked about too. Is it would make a time travel attraction because you could make people appear in the middle of the room, like, hey, look, sure, somebody from
and then you could do some
here's a Neanderthal,
and you could do some projections around the room to change the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't really see how capturing video game characters would work in that space.
It would be replace Stitch with Sonic. I can see how it would work.
But then it would literally just be like a showcase of different audio animatronics of like Sonic and Mario.
I take that over
stuff.
Stitch.
Too bad Universal has the Nintendo partnership.
Although that property, despite great reviews of the movie, never really gained steam. It's true. Meet the Robinsons never really took off.
It never really took off as much as they thought it would.
Yeah. I like Wreck-It Ralph's a good one, but after I thought about it, I was like, the Big Hero 6, you could do something.
You could do something really a ton with that.
Because we talked about Marvel coming in there, but it was like, do we want to downgrade, a big Marvel franchise to that attraction space versus?
I feel like Big Hero 6 would still fit in the land itself
because it's still again you could play it off as the futuristic like
Expo stuff.
Yeah.
And
it could be a post Big Hero 6 movie because now then the Big Hero 6 shows up.
Yeah, to fight whatever,
and it doesn't necessarily need to be the nanobots, but it could be some new bad guy and some new technology or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be really cool and pretty incredible.
And it'd be funny to watch Baymax like inflate in that tube and be like, I'm stuck. Help me, guys.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool. That'd be a cool reimagineering of it.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
But I also could see Wreck-It Ralph. But the problem is, I don't know what video game characters you could.
I still don't see Wreck-It Ralph.
I think it's just because it's digital.
But like the people themselves are sitting down, and they're essentially strapped into the seat.
Maybe this is VR. Maybe we do VR in there.
No. Okay. Augmented reality, maybe, but no. Which did you see? The Star Wars virtual reality / augmented reality stuff.
That's at Disney Springs?
No.
Oh, the other one?
No, I forget who they're selling it through, but it's like $199 for a pre-order, and it looks stunning.
I have not looked.
It looks really, really cool. Yeah. That'd be sweet. Can we see Star Wars coming there?
I think that was our problem we talked about last week. Was there's other places for these other people to be. There's Star Wars Land coming, so it'd be stupid to suddenly bring Star Wars into Tomorrowland.
But there's no formal Marvel Land at Disney World,
which is where I could see doing a Marvel experience. But to me, that space feels cheapened to do an Iron Man or whatever. Which you could do like an Iron Man. You could do a Stark Expo
type deal of like transporting stuff.
Yeah, or whatever, and then it goes awry, and then the Avengers have to show up and save the day, and you're getting projections and Hulk's jumping on your shoulders or whatever.
That'd be a little much.
Help me, I'm crushed.
I could see kind of the Avengers fight. I just don't understand where Wade's going with Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't know. I could see it. I don't know what it would look like, but I could see just because you could make characters appear or whatever.
Like, yeah, you can make
I'm a
characters
scientist
appear.
and I figured out how to make video game characters come to life. Come into my space and see, and it'd be like boop, and Sonic pops up,
But then it would literally just be like what it is currently, but with a video game layover.
Okay, better than.
I don't know. Stitch is a great audio animatronic, and the two like arm cannons, super fluid.
They're pretty good.
Like, but beyond that, I don't see any difference of just
there too. I forgot, but that's because it's seasonal.
Going away.
Yeah,
it's leaving. Which maybe we might see something else come into that space. That Imagineering has something in their back pocket.
I almost wonder too. Would it be a good one to do like previews?
But you have the one man's dream space. Well, not one man's dream anymore because it's shifting to someplace else.
But
which I think it's on the.
Would it be really cool to
9th?
see them do like really good like audio animatronic preview type situation? You know, make it whatever for whatever
demonstration of audio animatronic stuff. That'd be like a just reskin this audio animatronic with whatever movie's coming out.
Yeah,
that'd be sweet. I'd go to that. That'd be cool.
You know, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you know, and it's Rocket or
Rocket's a little tiny. You could do like Star-Lord or like Groot or someone or
I am
teenage Groot.
All right, we're getting along here. We're long in the wind here.
But I think that would be a really cool cool aspect of it. And you could call it like the Tomorrowland Expo Center.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I would love to see maybe even a unique IP, but that don't see that happening with the current administration.
I wish,
like an old, you know, timey, whatever, you know, like hey, this is an expo, come check this out, and then something goes awry, and you can have the cannons, you know, whatever.
The cannons come in and like, I don't know.
There's a lot of things you could do there. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Be kind of ending on the same note as last week.
We really don't have a solution. But
well, I hope you have fun on your trip, RJ.
Thank you, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you will see me in a while, but we will see you on YouTube with no after show for the next 2 episodes.
Yeah. And one of the episodes is going to be a picture of our logo.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
It will be.
But
unfortunately,
that's the way it worked out.
But we still have some really fun episodes coming up for you guys.
So enjoy while we're gone, and we'll see you soon.
Catch you later.